Yes, you can.
Welcome. Thank you for taking out
Thank
time for
you.
us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So, how about, letting everybody know a little bit about you? And
Absolutely.
people will keep joining. I'll make sure I manage the back end for you.
Okay, that's lovely. Thank you, Jaya. Thank you. So I will introduce myself very quickly. Just before I do so, guys, I would love to invite you if you can turn on your camera, if you can. That would be really helpful for me because I will see you. Thank you. Then I will be able to. Thank you, Richa. Thank you, Shrikant. I don't know if I pronounced your name
Thank
correctly.
you.
You
Fantastic.
did. You got it right. You got it right.
Yeah, I got it right.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah, yeah.
good. Hello, Veena. Hello, Manish. Fantastic. It just helps me, guys, to see your expressions, and I connect with you better, and I will understand if you can maybe understand my accent or if there are any questions. So I will read from your expressions. It really, really helps me a lot. This training is going to be slightly different. I don't have any presentation for you. I have everything written and everything is here. So this is going to be more like I would say conversational training. So we will have space for your questions as well. We've got together an hour, if I'm right, right, Jaya? You disappeared. Where is
Yes.
she? Oh, she's there. Yes. Okay. Yes, we've got together an hour. So I will try to keep my eye on the time. So I want to make sure you guys are all ready for the Friday evening. I guess most of you are in India. Actually, hit the chat box if you can and tell me where are you in the world? Because I know that some of you might be in Canada or some other places. So tell me in the chat box where are you right now, just before everyone joins. I'm in the Czech Republic. If you've never been Boston, fantastic. India, fantastic. Bengaluru, also. I'm in the Czech Republic, which is a little country next to Germany. The capital city is Prague. You may have heard about Czech Republic. Fantastic. So most people have 5 p.m. right now, right? You've got almost the Friday evening. Awesome. Okay. So guys, I think that we are on time. Delhi as well. Calicut, fantastic. Oh, this is so amazing. So first of all, let me tell you, I'm really grateful that I can do this for you guys. I'm grateful that we got connected with Jaya. And we might speak a little bit about it as well. We connected on Facebook, and this is something actually that I teach my clients also how to utilize social media, specifically Facebook and LinkedIn in order to attract clients. So this is one thing that I do with my, I call them adventurous solopreneurs. I work with many coaches and consultants around the world. I teach them how to master sales conversations, how to sell with ease. Also, I teach them how to attract a stream of clients from Facebook and from LinkedIn. That's my specialty. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. But before, I will just tell you a little bit about myself, just a short background story. I teach my clients how to sell, but I wasn't always very good in selling. In fact, around 12 years ago, I worked in a marketing agency where I had a position as salesperson, and I hated selling so much that each time I was about to pick up a phone with potential client, I had to run to the toilet. Like, I'm completely transparent here. The anxiety literally manifested in my body. I was so scared about selling and being pushy, salesy, or all the jazz. And I knew that this is something I have to overcome. Otherwise, hey ho, there is no point for me. Not no point, but I knew that this is something I need to overcome in order to. In yeah, Richard is saying I can resonate absolutely. Yeah, I think we most of us been there. But funnily enough, around 7 years afterwards, my first business was on selling. In selling, I was working with edtech companies in London and small entrepreneurs in London. And I ran that business for about a year, but it didn't fulfill me. Like it was really good. I learned how to sell. I was really good in selling and so on, but it didn't fulfill me. And I always knew that coaching is something that I will do down the line in the future. And around 4 years ago, I said, you know what, I'm pulling the trigger. I'm going to become a coach. That's it. And I did. I trained it with Anima Center for Coaching in London. And I actually worked as well for a coaching school as a sales consultant. I made over 1 million worth of sales for my boss in a spec of 12 months. So selling coaching trainings and selling coaching packages is something that I know inside out. And I totally understand, guys, where you are right now. Because I reckon most of you are either under training or you've done already training with Jaya. So you are qualified coaches and now you are trying to figure out like, how to get more clients, how to create the packages, which we will talk about today, how to price them, and so on. So I totally hear you guys. I understand your journey from A to Z. And this is something we'll talk about today. I also want to mention that I don't do just selling and digital marketing with my clients. My work also obviously includes coaching, as well as I blend quantum physics in the work that I do with my clients, and also brain-based science. So everything I do is, it's also for those who are very much left-brained, who are very, very much logically oriented. It's in my work as well. But let's talk about, guys, about coaching packages, because that's what we're going to discuss today. So I will tell you briefly what you're going to learn today. We'll be covering I will be covering the three biggest topics. Number one is the biggest reasons I see coaches are struggling to sell their services. Then I will share with you a step-by-step process on how to create your coaching package. So if you don't have paper and pen, please grab a paper and pen, because you might want to make some notes. Although I see that Jaya is recording this call, so she will probably share that with you later on, so you can rewatch it if you need. And at the end, I will share with you also 5 things not to do when creating a package. Yeah, they're also very, very important. And I've done mistakes in my business. I see the mistakes that my clients did in the business as well, so I will share them with you. And at the end, we'll have around 15 minutes or so time for you to ask me any questions. So if you will have any question, we'll use the time for your questions. For those, I've seen that we've got 26 people. It's fantastic. So guys, if you just join it, or you haven't heard me talking last 4 minutes, if you can turn on your camera, because it's going to help me to see more faces and connect with you energetically as well. Thank you. Thank you very much. So guys, are there any questions? Is there something maybe specific you would like to hear throughout this training on coaching packages? If you can hit the chat box, that would be brilliant. If you can tell me if there is something really, really key that you feel like, this is what I want you to talk about.
So I have a question. I'm Nidhi here. I'm sorry I'm not able to turn on my cam because there are people around.
Okay,
I
that's
wanted to
okay.
ask, I've actually not got certified for ACC yet, though I'm getting some. So my question is the package going to be different for life coaching or business coaching? That's one part of the question. And second is also, depending on the experience, how should we position ourselves differently based on packaging?
Right, gotcha. So I can answer the first question straight away. The package that we will be creating today can be for anything. It can be business coaching, it can be relationship coaching, anything, right? Like you just grab a paper and pen, and it's going to make sense. And the second question, when it comes to positioning, that's a little deeper question. But what I would say for every one of you guys, when you are creating a coaching package, and when you are putting yourself out there on social media, the key thing is to really sell one offer at the beginning. If you are completely like newbies, and let's say like you are not making consistent $10,000 a month, then I would recommend creating one package and having one audience. Yeah, because otherwise people will be confused about what is it that you do, and your message might not be as clear at the beginning. Yeah, so one package, one message, one audience, one person. Yeah. So
Thank you.
did it? Yeah, absolutely, Nidhi. Okay, I will mute you, and I see there are some more questions. Um, Not able to articulate the value add for the business, how to show what's in for me. To the guy who heads the business, e.g. the sponsor and the concerned employees, getting the right clients, actually getting people who are interested in coaching, willing to invest. We will cover that all. Fantastic. Selling coaching packages to corporations. Okay, all right, fantastic, guys. Let's. I will cover these questions as I speak, but let's speak first of all about the first thing that I mentioned, the reason why many coaches struggle selling their coaching packages. Have you got any idea, guys? Like, can you share in the comments what's coming up for you? Like, do you have an idea why many coaches struggle selling their packages? Just I want to understand how what's your perspective. And there's absolutely no judgment whatsoever, guys. Yeah, just like be open and transparent as you want, because this is more like a discussion discussion thing, and I want you to get really value. Any idea? Raki, what do you think? You are thinking, I can see you. They have no specific target audience. Yes, absolutely. That's quite difficult to explain what this process can do. Absolutely, Richa. Yeah, they want to be everything for everyone. Yes, that's it. Not many people understand what coaching does. Absolutely. And I would say, guys, that this is what Dr. Shri Rupa mentioned is probably the biggest reason that I see with coaches is that they try to sell coaching, but most people, as I call them, human beings, basically those who are not coaches or they are not leaders in corporations, they don't understand what coaching is. As simple as that. And I see so many coaches who are literally trying, I turn on their LinkedIn profile and I see how they are explaining what coaching is, but people don't care. I will be honest with you guys here. Like I'm very straightforward in what I do. And I think in your culture also, you guys appreciate it, as far as I know. So let me tell you that people don't understand what you do if you sell your services as a life coach. They don't understand how you can help them. So the biggest reason is really people, I see so many coaches just saying, I'm a life coach and I will change your life and I will fulfill your potential. But people don't have any idea what is it. Look, I'm coach myself. I'm not dismissing coaching whatsoever. I think coaching is absolutely fantastic. But if you are here to build a coaching business, you have to think as an entrepreneur and you have to think as your potential clients. So you have to think about, okay, how can I actually help someone else's, how can I solve for someone else a problem? If there is no problem, people don't pay you. I don't go to coffee shop for a coffee unless I like coffee and I feel like coffee, right? And it's the same for your audience. People don't pay you just because you've got great testimonials and you are really good in active listening. That's the truth. So you have to think about how to actually position yourself when it comes to your niche. And I will touch on it just really, really briefly right now, because it's going to help us to move forward with the coaching packages creation. But in a nutshell, when my clients are creating a niche, I always say to people that it's not always, but in 80% of cases, you want to position yourself as can I actually ask you before I share that? Like, what sort of coaching, if you are already qualified a coach, obviously, can you hit the chat box and tell me who is your audience? Like, how do you call yourself as? Are you career coach, or are you parent coach or life coach? How do you position yourself? It would be really helpful so we can see what sort of mixture of people we've got here. Performance coach for startup entrepreneurs. Awesome. Okay. Love it. Yeah. Yeah. So this is life coach, parent coach, Richa. Great. Okay. So I will just go, when I see them, I will go through them step by step straight away. So, okay, performance coach for startup entrepreneurs. Fantastic. You've got clear niche, startup entrepreneurs. I would even look into if you could even niche it even down, like tech startups or education startups, or what is it, performance coach. Brilliant, but still I would like to see a little bit more clarity on how do you help them specifically. Like, I might understand what performance coach is, but do they understand what does it mean? Like, do you help them actually increase their sales? Do you actually help them to work out their communication within teams in order to increase profit? Richa, life coach, parent coach, I personally would I would go away from the words life coach, because people don't, generally speaking, know what it means. Parent coach is fantastic. I would just get clear on the problem. What problem? Guys, you want to think when it comes to coaching, you want to think that your coaching is the problem. There's a problem and you create a business around the problem. And one of the part of the business is your marketing and selling, and you put the coaching skill in it. But the problem is the key. If there is no problem, there is no business, there is hobby. Yeah, this is really, really crucial. And I feel that this is really important to mention before we move on into creating your coaching package. So I lost you guys. Oh, here. Transformational coach, Dinesh, again, I understand what you mean by that, transformation coach, but normal human being, unless you work with coaches, they will not understand what is it that you do. So again, think about what is the problem that you help your clients sort out. Yeah. Shika is saying, my key offering, group coaching, 12 weeks, corporate executive, 8 to 20 years experience, personal professional growth. Good. Yeah, that's quite specific, Shika. I would again go a little bit deeper into what problems are there, because personal and professional growth is really broad. So you want to again pinpoint key problems. And I will, guys, tell you what I say to my clients when it comes to niching. I tell them always that there are, and it's almost from my top of my head, it's from reading tons of marketing books and working with coaches. I see that there is the same pattern when it comes to coaching niches. There are 3 coaching niches which are really the most profitable, if you like. Yeah, it's a wealth, okay, meaning business coaching, career coaching, pay rise coach. There are coaches who help others to get pay rise. It can be also like one of my clients, she is helping newbie managers, female managers in corporations when they get promoted. So she helps them with their confidence around that. It's again wealth, right? Like we can put it into wealth, even though it's confidence, it's related to job. So anything related to job or business, that's the wealth part. Okay. Second industry, which is really profitable, which you might guess by now, is health industry. Okay. People want to lose weight. People want to, anti-aging industry is really, really huge as well. Got a couple of clients, doctors who work in this industry. They blend coaching with their specialty, obviously, as doctors as well. But there are also, personal trainers who blend coaching. There can be one of my friends. She's a coach for newbie vegan moms. Yeah, so newbie vegan moms, like moms who turned their diet into veganism. So there is tons of opportunities. Like health industry is absolutely huge. But again, it's not, you position yourself as a well-being coach or health coach for ABC audience and so on. So there's the second one. And the third one is relationship industry. So dating coaching. Yeah, one of my clients, she's a dating expert for women and for female expats 30 plus. Yeah, so that's her part of her journey. And she's doing this kind of work. It can be divorce coaching. Yeah, if you've got experience like going through divorce, or I've seen a coach who she works with moms around their communication with their teenage sons. Yeah, so there's so much. But I always say to my clients, try to tweak your message and your niching into one of these, because you will make money for sure. Yeah, if you try to play out the life coaching card, and if you try to play out the like I'm coach for everyone or transformational coach, and guys, even though I'm saying that very strictly, I'm not judging you whatsoever. I was exactly in the same shoes. I had to learn how to make my business work as well. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. But try to navigate in one of these. Having said that, there are some people who are, for example, selling, let's say, confidence coaching, but they are very niche down, like very, very niche down. Like I saw this lady last week actually, and she is like an express yourself confidence coach for LGBT and the other 5 letters community, right? So it's very, very, I never know how to say that whole. So, but you know what I mean? It's a very, very niche down coach, and her message and everything is around that community. So it's very, very niche down. So this is on niching, guys. So I invite you to right now, if you don't have your niche yet, think about one of these. Just pick one, just right now, just for purpose of this exercise, okay? And let's move on into the step-by-step process. I love that somebody mentioned already here, Shweta. She said the client usually pay for outcome and tangible deliverables, and they don't typically understand what coaching would do and achieve for them. And I can't agree more. This is so true. And also when you are, guys, creating not just your marketing message, your website, your content, and so on, doesn't matter what you do. Also, when we are creating your packages, you want to think about the outcome. You want to deliver for your clients. Okay, you can still, obviously, you still use coaching. My clients, they still use, let's say, in 90, 80, sometimes 50% of their work is coaching, but they blend it with something in order to get to the outcome. Because otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to sell, very difficult. So let me just create something for you. This is A and B, okay? A is the point where your potential clients start working with you. So get clear on what is it that you want them, when they come to you, how do they feel? What problem do they have? Just think about it for 20 seconds now. When they come to you, what problems do they have? So as an example, a career coach can, maybe his clients are really unhappy in their job. They are really stuck in their job and they don't know how to move forward and find a new inspiring job, right? Maybe they are really afraid of completely changing their career. Yeah, like my clients, when they come to me, when they are in the 8 point, they come to me and they are not making any money, or they are making up to $1,000 or $2,000 a month, but they don't know how to bring consistently stream of clients from social media and how to actually sell. Yeah, so this is the 8 point. You want to make sure that you understand what's happening for them when they come to you, and the B is obviously what is it that's happening for them when they leave. That's the result. Yeah, so think about the B right now. Think about what is it, and don't think about the time length or if it's one-on-one coaching or group coaching. Don't think about it now. Just think about what's the result that you want to provide. Okay, so if you are a dating coach, you perhaps want to make sure that your clients know exactly like how to find their soulmate, right? If you are a back to the career coaching, because it's really, or health coach, that's even easier, right? So health coaching, okay, you want to actually help your clients use their mindset and, let's say, brain-based science in order to lose weight. Yeah, if you ever lost weight, you probably know it's not just about exercise and healthy eating. The mindset is a huge part, if not the biggest one. Yeah, so yeah, Sanjeev is nodding his head. Yeah, he knows, right? We know. So think about the B. And now, guys, what I want you to do, I want to just, if you haven't drawn it, you can draw it if you are visual like me, and just draw the arrow from A to B and think about the time length. How long do you think you need to work with them for? Like, honestly, and be honest with yourself. I see that very often when coaches say, oh, just 2 months and they will have results. Guys, transformation takes time. Okay, everything does take time. Even your business will take time. It took me almost 4 years to master Facebook platform and understand how do I get a stream of good paying clients from that platform. Yeah, everything does take time. So think about what's the length of the package. Yeah, now I want you to think about what is it that you need to do with them? Like, what's absolutely necessary? Is it one-on-one coaching sessions every week? Or is it one-on-one coaching sessions every 2 weeks? Or maybe it's a hybrid package, meaning maybe there are group sessions as well as one-on-one. Yeah, this is something that I do. I have a group program with my clients, but I blend it also with some one-on-one coaching. Yeah. And if you have never done any sort of coaching, I would recommend you to start with one-on-one, because group sessions have different dynamics. They are more energetically, not draining, that's not the right word, but energetically, it's very different from my perspective and working with clients. So I would recommend you to start with one-on-one, but you can also think about how you can blend it with group coaching. Another thing, in that package from A to B, you want to think about what sort of materials you can create for your clients in between sessions. We don't have to coach clients every week. We do not have to have one-on-one sessions every single week. You can create coaching materials which are packed with really awesome stuff, whether you are, I don't know if you are blending cognitive behavioral coaching or TA, right? Whatever is it that you do, I'm not sure exactly what Jaya is teaching you in school in terms of coaching and psychology, but you can blend stuff. But you also, when you are creating the package, you need to think about not putting the stuff which is not necessary. Just put the stuff which is absolutely necessary when it comes to the result, the B. Always think about the result. Yeah, so you don't want to overwhelm them with, I don't know, if you are a career coach, you don't want to overwhelm them by talking about, I don't know, whatever, their diet, right? Like that's not connected with what you do. So absolutely use only what's necessary. Guys, does it make sense so far? Any questions so far when it comes to packaging? If you can hit the chat box, I can see that people are nodding, which is great, but if you've got any questions. So I can see that there is, yes, go ahead.
I guess mine was just a question on
Yes, go ahead, okay.
yours falls, if yours falls into multiple niches. So, for example, if it's business coaching, communication coaching, and you can do both of those. So, what would you recommend if somebody falls into their services falls into multiple niches?
Yeah, so pick one. You have to pick one, and this is the biggest reason why I see coaches fail, because they can't make their mind. And honestly, like if you see AK or anyone, which I really invite you to join me afterwards and connect with me on LinkedIn or on Facebook. You will see my content. You can learn from my content how I create it. But why I'm saying that is that you will see that I'm speaking only to one person. Yeah, because uh, when you have multiple niches, you create different content, and your potential clients are confused, and confused people don't buy. Yeah, so you have to make the decision within yourself. I can't tell you, I don't have the right to tell you who you should work with. But if I was you, I would get quiet. I would probably, like, if you like meditation, or if you like going for a walk, just literally put the intention out there, but get quiet with yourself and think about, okay, who I really want to serve. And one thing which works really, really well on this is the question, who would I work with if I didn't care what others think of me? Yeah, this is a really, really powerful question, because sometimes we work from the place of here, where we are packed with fears and fears of judgment, and people will reject me, and I'm too old and I'm too young. But if you ask the question, what if I didn't care what others think of me, you sort of go up there, and that's where the idea start to fall. Yeah, does it make sense, AK?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was, so if I was looking at it as the perspective of the startup entrepreneur, and the end goal of the startup entrepreneur is, hey, if you want to be able to lead a team, you have to understand strategy. You have to be a better communicator.
Mm-hmm.
You also have to make sure that you understand how businesses run, especially from the ground up, right? So if I
Mm-hmm.
focus on the end goal,
Mm-hmm.
right, here's what a successful entrepreneur looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Even though it's still the same target audience, it's just I can now offer communication training and mindset training and also business strategy. If the end goal of that entrepreneur is this is what you need to do to be successful
Yeah,
at the
yeah. So absolutely. So you build it around the problem. So if you work with the same audience and you are helping them with the business, with the mindset, and with the communication, you can put it under one umbrella. Yeah, but you still need to. Yeah, but it's like an umbrella, and you can absolutely pack there more stuff. But still, it has to be one person. So if it's a one person, if it's a startup, is it a solopreneur, or is it a small team of up to five people? Or you know what I mean. But you can blend it, but it still have to be targeted to the one person, and you should really focus on one problem. So for example, not blend, oh, I will help you to actually kick off your business, and then I will also sort out your burnout, and then I will also help you to communicate better with your kids. It's too many things. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome, brilliant. Thank you for asking. Okay, Shrika is saying, Iveta, basically what I understand from what you are saying is that take the client from their pain to promise. Exactly. Is the journey provide the relevant resource? In that journey, provide the relevant resources only. Exactly. And the relevant resources, Shrikant, is your one-on-one coaching, or it can be group coaching. It can be like I do, for example, documents. I have got tons of workbooks, step-by-step journey for my clients to get from A to B. I've got video resources, right? Some people learn. I also recommend guys to mix it up. Some people learn better by watching videos or by listening. Yeah, some people are more like visual. Some people learn more by reading, like faster by reading. So I recommend you mix it up. Some videos, some trainings in workbooks. And the easiest way, guys, to do that is by using Google Drive. It's for free. I mean, you don't pay for anything. You create there any sort of documents. You can share it with people. Yeah. Another thing, like video, I create on Loom, Loom. Check it out. It's fantastic tool where you can record your screen, so your presentation, also yourself, so people can see you. It is paid. I think I pay like £10 a month or something, but it's absolutely worth it, and the quality is really good. Like, I can't recommend it enough. Yeah. So Shrikant, you are absolutely right, and only the relevant resources. You basically want to add only the things that will help them to get to the B. Don't put more stuff. You don't have to over deliver. You don't. Yeah. Rajiv is saying a few examples will help understand better, if possible, in the field of business executive coaching. Okay, business executive coaching. So when you say, okay, now we will go a little bit into Rajiv. Are you here? Can you unmute yourself, if you don't mind? I would like to understand whether business executive coaching in your world. There you are, fantastic. In your world, is it who is the business executives? Is it someone running? How big the company is that the person is running?
Well, I'm not speaking with a specific case in mind. So obviously, I'm trying to take the learnings or trying to understand what you're saying, but that focus on a problem. It just doesn't have to be sessions. Think about how you take clients from A to B, but a few tangible examples, of course, keeping confidentiality, would help us give the tools to think better.
Absolutely. No, thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
So, and I thought if the tangible examples can be in the areas of some business executives that you have coached, could be any issue or any problem that they've had, that may help us put together what you are saying slightly better.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, Rajiv. And it's a brilliant question for everyone, I assume. So I will give you example, for example, from my package. Okay. So right now I've got a package which is called Fully Booked. Clients, they come to me. The A is when they come to me, they are completely newbie in their business, consulting, coaching. And B is they want to learn how to hit their first $10,000 a month without paid advertising. Okay. Everything I teach, I don't teach any paid advertisement because it's too expensive. When they come to me, there are 4 different points that I teach them. Okay, I will just my drawing is not the best, but hey ho. So there are 4 different points that I know I must teach my clients, otherwise they will not get to 10K a month. Simple as that, right? So there are 4 different little dots. The first dot is game plan. I help them to create their game plan, meaning we lay down the foundation of their business. We go into vision. What is it how they want to work? Some people want to create retreats and travel the world. Some of them want to purely work just one-on-one. Some of them want to do group programs and so on, cooperate with large organizations and so on. So game plan, in the first step, I help them to get clear on their niche, on their marketing message, on their vision in general, okay? And I also bring some quantum physics into that, like working with energy as well. Yeah, that's the first step. And I know I have to, in that first step, guys, you know that you can move to the second step. If they don't have the first step, you have to think what is the first step they need to get done. And usually speaking in coaching, it's some sort of a vision or some sort of a foundation. Because when people come to us, sometimes they say like, I want help with relationship, but they don't actually know if that's the main thing, So the first step is really, really important to get clarity and vision, yeah? The second step, second step, I call, what's that?
I think the question is a little different. The question is,
okay,
if you can give some examples about coaches, especially because here most of the coaches are from leadership or corporate.
Yeah.
How do you define those niches? How do you articulate that, especially in the corporate setting? I think that's...
Gotcha.
Rajiv, did I get the question properly? So
yeah, both. We don't know Evita very well, but I think what I'm gathering is, Evita, and please correct us if we are gathering wrong, is one of the things you do is to help coaches sell packages, correct? So your clients, are they coaches themselves, or are your clients business executives or other segments of coaches which are trying to solve their different... who are your key clients? Are they coaches?
Yes, my key, yes, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Coaches and consultants. So my key are solopreneurs. Yeah. So there are single entrepreneurs who are kicking off their business or they've been into business for the first 2 years. Yeah. But it doesn't matter where you are using this strategy. If you are working with executives, I have never worked with like in a corporate setting, but the principle is exactly the same. You basically want to create a curriculum, or that's not the right word, the offer, which is a combination of the one-on-one work, but you have to think about the end goal in mind. What is it that they need on that journey? So I was using my package and example, like I need my clients to know how to sell. If they don't know how to sell, they can't get to the B. I need to teach them how to use LinkedIn in order to get clients, and so on. So that's one example. Another example I can give you is, for example, one of my clients, she's a dating coach, and she is taking 80% of work that she does is coaching, right? But again, the first step she does with her clients is getting clarity. Okay, you want a boyfriend, right? Or you want to attract someone into your life. All right, cool. Like, who should it be? And then she goes into the second step, where she opens their traumas when it comes to relationships from the past. So she does some healing work as well. But it doesn't mean she just has to do that one-on-one. She created videos that her clients are watching in between sessions. She created workbooks that they do in between sessions. So when they come, her clients, when they come into the session, they say, okay, look, this is something that I really struggle with. Like, this is what came up for me. Can we do some coaching around it? And she coaches them. Yeah. So she has a step-by-step plan in order to get them to the point B. Does it make sense, Rajiv?
Yeah, a little bit.
What doesn't make sense? What is it that you are questioning?
No, I was trying to, the question in my mind is, I wanted to ask you if you can take a few examples, and you were taking some, of course, that where, what was the point A and what was the point B for your client, and what sort of a package worked, in the sense you did sessions. So I was just trying to understand your solutioning or your guidance to all of us with the help of a few tangible examples. Instead of the generic that we have to take them from A to B, of course, we must use coaching sessions and other materials.
Yeah.
Understand, but a few tangible examples would be better. So I was trying to understand the setting. My understanding is that a lot of your work is around helping solopreneurs sell their services. Okay. So
exactly. Yeah.
Got it. No, please continue.
No worries. Good question. And I can give you tons of examples, but still, it doesn't have to be targeted to your business, because you have to think about your potential clients' problems. It doesn't matter what. I just used two examples: my business and dating coaching, but it can be used in any other setting. If you are working with leaders, anyone, you have to think about what problems you are helping them to solve and how you're gonna get them there. And I don't have the answer. I don't work with leaders, but you have to think about that and sit down and think about, okay, what has worked in the past? What is it that they want? How can I get them there fast enough, but still for them to deliver really huge transformation, And perhaps even blend. Some people, most people, in fact, they blend coaching with their other skill. Yeah.
Got it. So, and what materials? You said that in a package we can fill in the sessions with also some helpful materials. Yeah. What have you seen work with business executives or solopreneurs who are trying to? What have you seen worked?
As I mentioned, Rajiv, I do videos. I do any sort of training that I know helps them to get closer to B. I can't tell you, oh, use DISC or use this methodology. I don't know, like you know your potential clients the most. And if you don't, you have to do market research. Well, you don't have to, but I would advise you to do market research, because they will tell you what they struggle with. They will tell you exactly what they want, So, I use tons of, like, the program that I've created, I worked on it for 4 years. So, there are so many things, obviously. And this is a great question, Rajiv, actually, thank you. There are things that I have used, for example, 3 years ago that I have, like this year, I have taken away, because I feel like, oh, this is confusing my clients, or this is confusing them with this part. So you will polish, you will constantly work on the package. Yeah, because like you don't want to create too many of them. As I said, one offer, one client, one message. That's what really works. So you will constantly polish it, and taking feedback obviously is really important from your first client. First time I ran this program, which was like 3.5 years ago, I sent every single client of mine after each session a questionnaire asking them, can you give me feedback? What shall I do differently? What questions didn't resonate? What was it like? What would you change? I constantly, got feedback from them, and therefore I created what I created. So again, back to that, like it takes some time. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Awesome, brilliant. Okay. Shikan is saying G Suite in India for solopreneurs is about $2 per month. It gives strategic. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I know that there is some free option. I've got G Suite as well, and it's super cheap and it's definitely fantastic. Okay, could you, based on your kind of coaching, what was point A and what it looked like on your kind of coaching? You mean
Hi.
Kamaldeep?
Yes.
Yes.
Hi.
Where are you? Hey.
Yes. So I think my question is similar to what Rajiv just asked,
Yeah.
and you indicated that you don't do corporate clients
Yes.
or leadership coaching.
Yeah.
So you shared an example of dating, right? That dating, how to attract people in your life or whatever. So
Exactly.
my question is based on your niche and the coaching that you do. Could you share with us a tangible example of what that point A was and what the point B was, and how did you move from there to there?
Absolutely.
So maybe we can kind of extrapolate that example to the kind of work that we do. That would be helpful.
Absolutely. So, for example, I will take the example of the dating coach client of mine. So when she came to me, she was freshly new coach. Okay. She had, I don't know, like 50 pounds, worth of sessions. She had a few clients. So she didn't make much money from coaching. She was completely lost when it comes to, she didn't know she wants to become a dating coach. That was the first thing. Yeah. She literally finished transformational coaching program and didn't know how to make coaching a full-time business. Yeah. So that was Kamaldeep. That was the first point. Okay. So when she started working with me, we had to get clear on the niche, on the message, on her vision, and so on. I had to actually teach her some marketing stuff in order for her to be able to attract clients from Facebook and from LinkedIn. Yeah. And I had to show her how to use that platform in order to get in front of people, connect with them, and how to create also content. I also had to teach her how to close sales, meaning how to master sales conversation, because this was something that she struggled with. She felt weird, not with her, but some clients, they feel weird about charging for what they do. They've got a lot of money blocks around money, yeah, and selling. So this is something I had to coach her on as well. And basically, then I taught her my clients on demand methodology, where I teach her how to get, how to get fully booked, basically. Yeah. So in that point B, yeah, we worked together. I think back then we worked together like for 6 months. So she got to the point B where she was closing high-end clients, right? So she got clients which are $2,000 and pounds and onwards, right? And she's closing packages. Yeah. So this was the process to take her from A to B. Does it make sense, Kamaldeep?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Fantastic.
thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Joyce, again, picking on Rajiv's question, maybe we can do a role play on how you will do a coaching package to one of us. Maybe I want to be an executive coach. We won't have time for this. I'm conscious of time. Like we've got literally 18 minutes, so I don't think we will have time for that. It's a great idea. But look, I don't know if you are working with executives. I will not help you anyway, because I don't know what is their pain. I don't know the target audience. The principle is exactly the same. The principle is exactly the same. You need to ask the questions yourself. You need to ask, what problems do they have? What is it that they want instead? How long do I need to work with them? What is it that I need to include in that package? Yeah, how would it look like? Yeah, these are the key information that you want to include. Yeah. If you will super struggle with that, just add me on LinkedIn and you can ask me the questions later on. But I just want to honor everyone's time. So I know that we wouldn't have time to create this, the whole package right now. Yeah. As the base brother. Okay. Do you do value-based selling for high ticket sales? Value-based selling. What do you mean by that, AK?
Well, I guess when increasing the pricing, especially for higher end clients. So for example, to get we're talking about 2,000, but what is it to get that 10,000, that 20,000, and $100,000 client for those coaching packages, right?
What's your question?
So I guess the strategy is to get the higher ticket sales, right? I know how to do it on the corporate side a little bit because they have it's the budget, but for individuals to price, like what needs to be included in a $10,000 package versus a $50,000 package versus $100,000.
Yeah, there is no one fits all answer.
Yeah.
Like it's about your brand, it's about how you communicate with people and what are the results. I always say to my clients, like $2,000 package is like a beginning of a high end, right? Like it's like the beginning. Some clients, I've got mentors who charge. I didn't pay for that, but one of my mentors, she charges £25,000, which is, I don't know, $35,000 for a group program, which is 1 year long. Yeah. There are business coaches who charges. I was part of a group program which was $4,000, and there were over 1,000 people in that group program. Yeah. So there are so many different packages. There are some other packages. Someone charges, let's say, $100 per month for 1 year old mentoring. Yeah. So the price is not. It obviously depends who you work with, as you said. Like how to create it for corporates. I don't. I've never worked with corporates, but you do. So fantastic. You know how to create package for them. But with individuals, you have to think that they don't have the income, right? They don't have, especially if you're working with startups. You will need to think about, okay, how I'm going to price it so that they can afford it, but also think about, it's the same with cars. There's Toyota and there is Maserati, right? Like, why? Because there are some people who buy both of these brands. And it's the same in coaching industry. It's your brand, it's your energy, it's your message, that the whole package makes you, yeah? And it reflects the pricing. So how you get into that, selling $100,000 worth of packages? Well, again, your niche, your message. If you will be working with startups, I don't think that they will have money to pay you for $100,000 worth of packages. Yeah, so you need to think about, like, okay, how to make it affordable for them, but also profitable and good, not profitable, but like desirable for you as well. Yeah. Yeah. So guys, I would love to, did you mean outcome-based selling pricing model of which we get, look, there are tons of, like, some coaches and mentors, they work on a basis. I guess this is what you mean. Like, okay, gotcha. So you mean like on commissions, right? Like, if we help you to perform this way, here's some base commission, here's some base fee, plus you will get some commission. You can work with others as well this way if you want to. I don't work this way with my clients, because I want my clients to be 100% invested, and like, you have to decide who you want to work with. But there, the pricing models, there are tons of them. Yeah. So guys, I'm conscious of time, so I would love to go into the 5 things not to do when creating a package, because I feel this is something that is just going to be really, really super useful for you. So first thing that I see that coaches are making mistakes when creating packages, they are charging per hour. If you will be charging per hour, it's just the wrong approach, because you want to sell a whole package and you want to sell a result. It's going to be way easier for you to sell it. If you say to your clients, oh, I will charge you $300 per hour, and here is 10 sessions, they will be like, what for? That's a marketing part, okay? Sell the result. Don't sell per hour. It's going to be way easier. Trust me. If you don't trust me, give it a go. You will see. So charging per hour is the first thing. Second thing is, like, what I say to my clients very often is not to take competition too seriously. Meaning, like, when you do your research and when you see, like, okay, like, for example, you work with startups, startup entrepreneurs, and you see that there is someone else who is doing basically the same thing like you, but they are charging, let's say, quarter of what you had in mind to charge, right? Obviously, like, you want to be still, like, you still want to use common sense and not charge newbie entrepreneurs 100K packages, right? Not to sell them 100K packages. But also what I want to say is that don't take the pricing of your competition too seriously, because it really, really depends how you position yourself. Just because someone is, charging $30 per hour doesn't mean that you can charge 300. It's all about your branding. It's about, it's about you. You are the brand. It's your energy. Yeah. And when I say branding, I mean the way how you talk to people, the content you create, the platform you use, and so on, everything. Yeah. So don't take it too seriously. And also think about competition, that very often what I've seen is that many entrepreneurs, they have their money mindset issues, and they are scared to go for higher pricing because they think it's wrong and so on. So it doesn't mean that you have to charge little. Yeah. So this is one thing. This is the second thing I wanted to mention. Also, guys, when creating new package, I would recommend creating packages which are more than 1 month long. I would start with 3 to 6 months because, well, I think it's obvious, because you will do all that work, but if you enroll someone for a 1 month package, what it means is that well, month is gone and you can start looking for clients again. And also, second thing is that transformation really takes time. It really does take time. The work that we do, it doesn't matter, really, coaching executives or business mentoring, dating, doesn't matter. Things take time. People, from our conversation, people need to sit down and let it sink, like you are coaches, right? So 3 to 6 months up, that's, if you're completely new, I would start with 3 months package, because you can touch it, you can sort of like try it out, see the results that you provide. It will boost your confidence as well. Once you see that like clients are getting results in this particular area, that's going to skyrocket your confidence, and you will be able to, you will feel more aligned with what you do and with the results, and you will be most likely even increase your prices. Yeah. So 1 month, not to do 1 month. Oh, this one is going to be interesting, and this one is going to be, I'm sure that this one, some of you guys are gonna disagree with, but I say to my clients always, okay, what not to do. I recommend not to create your package and then go and sell it. Okay. I always say to my clients, sell first and create later. The reason for that is because I've seen so many coaches who spent months, literally months, with drawing board and trying to create the best program ever. They spent money on web designer who creates landing page, then spend money for email marketer who creates the whole sales funnel sequence. They spend money on Facebook ads, yada, yada, yada. And 6 months down the line, they burned, I don't know, $10,000, if not more, and nobody buys. Okay. So please do yourself a favor, sell the package first and create it on the go. You can be totally transparent with your new clients and literally tell them, hey, this is something new, yeah, that I'm just creating. Would it be okay if I don't give you all the materials straight away? I will give you the materials as we go. Is that all right? Yeah. You don't want to be out of integrity, obviously, in your business. So be honest with them, but please do yourself a favor, because otherwise you will just waste so much freaking time. And the last thing not to do when creating a package, I've sort of mentioned it already. If you are completely new, I wouldn't start with group. I would start with one-on-one. Yeah, because the group is different dynamic. So this is a whole different topic, the group programs. Yeah. So if I was you, I would start with one-on-one. So guys, we've got around 8 minutes. So I guess if somebody has question, you can guys unmute yourself. If I missed your question in chat, and we can go through your questions quickly. So if somebody wants to go ahead, please unmute yourself and we will answer the question.
Yeah,
AK
yeah.
here.
So mine is, I'm really comfortable in the consulting space, just getting cold outreaches for booking, getting clients booked or discovery calls. Any questions or advice on getting initial bookings through discovery calls, like online? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Facebook? What's the best, any strategies there?
Well, I guess if you are working with entrepreneurs, I guess the easiest way for you to connect will be on LinkedIn and connect with them. You mean like booking on your website to book calls?
No, just in general. So for example, the ones that I'm getting now are people that I kind of know. I have a good, referral, but the question would be, I get so many, like me personally as a coach, I get so many people reaching out to me on LinkedIn.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Say, hey, I'm going to help them. I help business coaches. I get so many of them. But any strategies that you've seen how to like cut through the clutter? Because I don't want to be that same one, because I know how it feels like to get 15
Yeah.
messages a day. But just
I
any
know
strategy.
very well. Yeah. Just be authentic. Create relationships. This is the best way how to get clients on social media. It's really relationship marketing, like building a genuine connection with people. You obviously, when you are using LinkedIn or any social media, you want to first of all connect with them. So if it's Facebook, you want to add them as friends, or if it's a LinkedIn, connections and so on, and start conversation with them. And you want to obviously, when speaking to them, you want to find out whether they've got problem, whether they want to change, right? And then there are other aspects you need to think about, which are related to your niche, and then invite them for conversation. Simple as that. And it doesn't matter which platform it is. You should focus on the platform where you know your potential clients hang out. Yeah, so that's the main thing. And I guess, guys, what I understand is like for you, LinkedIn is going to be the place, because it's really easy to connect with people on LinkedIn. And you know what? Like I hear you, AK, and everyone else who has the same experience with LinkedIn. We all get these spammy messages, and you don't have to be like that. People go on LinkedIn for business. People go there for looking for a job. They go there, make a business. So I get those messages every single day as well. And sometimes I connect with people and sometimes I don't. But I definitely, this is not a strategy I do, which I think you can guess from my energy and how I'm talking. I definitely do not spam people with cold messages. That's the wrong approach. It's like barking. It's like, buy me, buy. Oh, really? No. It's not what we do as coaches, right? No way. So build genuine connection. That's my advice. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, guys, any other questions?
Yeah. Hi, Vita. I have a question.
Yes, Fata, please.
So to your suggestion, where essentially, not try and charge per hour, but essentially have a 3 to 6 months to at least start with.
Yes.
Now, if we are not contracting with corporations who typically can afford a larger and a lump sum amount to pay, where we're getting in we're getting executives, or we're reaching out to executives, or they're reaching out to us.
Yeah.
Really, selling a 3 to 6 months becomes a difficult, given that they don't know what coaching is, given they don't know what they'll get it. And if we have a strategy of, I'll only do it for 3 months or 6 months, do you think it's going to be detrimental for the people who want to try it out? Or I'm just thinking, because the people are very confused about what it is. And if we say, it's minimum 6 months, then would it be detrimental for us?
It comes down to Shweta, the same what we discussed just half an hour ago. Like, you have to build a package around the problem. Don't sell coaching. Sell the problem. You will have way more clients, and B, you will make way more money, and third thing, you will impact way more lives. That's my honest opinion. And even in corporations, so many people don't know what coaching is. Like, it's just shocking. It really is shocking. So but it is what it is. And our job is not to educate people what coaching is. Our job is to help them to move in their life or business. So that's what I would advise.
Understand. So you're saying basically build it so strong so that people can see the value and have confidence in
exactly. Yeah, but build it strong around their problem. People don't care about you. I'm sorry to say it, but like, I mean it from a humble point, right? And with loving point, right? From loving space, people do not care about you. If you come to them and you say, I would change your life, they don't care. Tell me how. I don't pay my mentors and my coaches just to talk to me. It might sound harsh, but it is true. I pay my mentors to up-level my business, to teach me something, to show me something new, or sort out my past traumas or whatever it is. Yeah. So you can go down the route of, selling coaching in corporates and educate people in what coaching is and charge per hour. It's totally your, you are in charge of your business. I'm just sharing with you that from my experience, there is a way easier way.
Evita, one just last
Thank you.
question.
Yes, Nidhi.
First of all, this was a wonderful session. I got many insights
I'm
from this.
glad to hear that.
Everybody benefited. Just one question, because there is so many coaches, even in performance coaching or life coaching or health coaching. How do you
Yeah.
differentiate yourself? What is your personal strategy to differentiate yourself, especially when you have been a new coach?
Gotcha, absolutely. So again, guys, I will say the same thing. Nidhi, you have to think about the problem. You have to think about one of those industries that you position yourself in. And when you speak to your potential clients in your content, don't be boring. Because there's so much content out there, and if we all speak about just like the boring general coaching stuff, people get bored, and there's nothing worse than seeing boring coaching. So you really, the best advice on this is, cheesy as it sounds, but be authentic. Be you. Bring your energy into what you do. Bring your face, your expertise, your skills. That's what really, really sells the most, because people buy from people. They really do. We human beings, we love human connections. So that's what I would say. But start from beginning, Nidhi. Start if you are a completely newbie coach. And for everyone, guys, I will just point my website, because I see people are leaving. If you want to check me out, this is my website. I will be really happy, guys, to see you on my LinkedIn as well. You can see from the content that I create. Let me just find it. The content that I create, you can see how I communicate with people. So you can definitely take some tips from that as well. But Nidhi, there was one more thing I wanted to tell you. I can't remember, what was it. Oh yes, start with the beginning, where the first step is your niche. And I have, a couple of years ago, I've created an ebook on how to find your niche in less than 7 days. So I'm happy to share that with you. So just let me know, guys, and I will send it to you later on Facebook or on LinkedIn. So you will go through that step-by-step process, but start with your niche. That's the main thing. There's no point, guys, for you to start creating packages if you don't know who you are talking to. Like, there's no point. You are literally just wasting your time. Yeah. So focus on that. Yeah. That's the main thing.
That's awesome. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
absolutely, Nidhi. Absolutely. Fantastic. Yeah, just ping me a message on LinkedIn. I will send it to you later on. Okay, guys, we are up. I think we can do one more question if somebody has a question. Someone who didn't talk, guys. There are so many people here. Don't be shy. Ask one more question, then we'll finish. Is it okay, Jaya? Is it okay with you? Yeah. Okay. So one quick question, and then we'll finish. I've got another call, so I will have to run. Who's got question? Come on, guys.
I do got a question, but I can wait. I don't have to, but I have.
Yeah, let's. I love your question, okay, but let's get someone else. Like Sandeep, come on, Kamaldeep, Sonali, Paragati, Nidhi. I speak like Spanish. Nikhil, Sagita, that's a beautiful name. Sagita, come on. There's always question. There must be question. Or Jaya, maybe you've got question.
I can ask you a lot of questions, but I'll leave the space for us.
Yeah, guys, come on, don't be shy. I will not bite you. Seriously, I don't bite actually at all.
So actually, Evita, a little
Go ahead.
right? Most of us are working with corporates, and that's I
Mhm.
think where the question is coming from.
Yeah.
It's hard to put the niche across. So, what do you say when you're dealing with executive leaders? What kind of are there some examples of niches? How do you articulate niche there? If you find some examples after the call, it'll be nice. You can send it across and we can share it with them, or if there is any strategy.
Yes, well, yeah, absolutely, Jaya. So I can tell you straight away, like, okay, leadership or executive coach for whom? For lawyers? For what industry is it? Just think about, are you working as executive managers for project managers? Or are you working with attorneys? Are you working with doctors? Like, what is it? Who is it that you talk to? And then second thing is the problem that you sort out. You will work completely differently as a coach with someone who is, let's say, attorney and is going through divorce. You can literally position yourself as working around this area if it's obviously resonates with your story. Or you can work on their burnout, right? Like, that's a huge thing. Well-being, going through burnout, how to sorting that out. You can be a leadership coach and helping leaders get pay rise. why not? Like, this is actually, I absolutely love that idea, right? Helping people actually to be confident in what they do and ask actually for pay rise. Many people struggle with it, you know. So you always have to think about what we discussed. Like, there's no, if you position yourself, again, guys, I guess when you guys are paid, Jaya, usually, or leadership coaches are usually paid from organizations or from those leaders?
Organizations.
From the organization. I can't help you with that strategy because I have never worked with corporates directly, but pretty much, in my opinion, pretty much the strategy is going to be, you guys probably have some bids, right, to win and so on, right? But I would use LinkedIn for this. I would connect with the right people on LinkedIn, yeah, to get my name out there. Yeah, and by contributing on LinkedIn, obviously they will see you. If it's HR managers or whoever in those organizations is the decision maker, yeah, I would get in front of them. And there is a really cool tool on LinkedIn which is called Sales Navigator. If you've heard about that, I'm sure most of you did. It's a fantastic tool. You can really search any position in any place in the world there really easily. So it's a fantastic tool just for this. Yeah.
Iveta, are there some list of tools which can be helpful for us to create niche or to draft our messages or to leverage, especially in the marketing domain? Are there any repository or list we can refer to?
You mean like books and so on?
Not essentially books, but online free tools which can be helpful. Let's say, hey, I can go and start articulating my niche. And I know niche takes time. It takes experience, it takes time, it takes a lot of articulation. However, any marketing tools that we can use.
Yes. So as I mentioned, Jaya, I've created ebooks, step-by-step process. So I'm happy to share that with you guys. Absolutely. That's the one thing. And at the end, actually, of the ebook, you can also create your marketing message will come out from it. So it's really, otherwise, I don't know if there's like any specific like website which does something like this. I don't know. But to start with, guys, also from the practicalities and tools to putting yourself out there, I would say, Google Drive, get into the habit of using Google Drive because it's fantastic. Loom, as I mentioned, for creating materials. Another thing is like Unsplash. It's a fantastic website for professional looking pictures. Yeah, so that's definitely like I use it all the time in my materials. And obviously Canva, like canva.com is like for any design work, like you do not have to pay designers and so on. Like you can if you want to, but you can do really nice stuff by yourself. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So I guess that's it. Let's just leave it like this. Jaya, do you want to add anything?
No, I think it's very helpful, especially when you're trying to make roads in marketing and it takes time. I do want to admit it takes a hell lot of time to reach the niche, and the articulation of it and reaching the right problem, especially in corporates, is a long journey. So it's about time, it's about experience, and it's about constantly focusing on what resonates with you, what problem you have suffered. Actually, a lot of time solutions come from your own pain. What was your problem when you were there? Pick up
Absolutely.
that. Pick up that and start articulating your niche and start researching around that. So that's what helps. And I think, Iveta, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad we could do that.
Some of the basics really resonated with me, like things like, why people do not take action, and what are like things like don't charge by session. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked. Things like having your brand is important. And putting yourself out there is important. A lot of times, being corporate coaches, we shy away of putting ourselves.
Everyone.
Videos, we don't want to write. We want people to come to me because I'm a coach. I've done a certification. It doesn't work like that. So those are some very, very useful points. After you have finished your certification, you start on an entrepreneur journey, which is same for everybody. You have to be out there to be able to generate business.
Absolutely. I can't agree more with this. And just on that note, I will add last thing on this is that on Monday, actually, I've got to in group program one lady. She's working with organizations and corporations. And she told me, Yvette, I have contacted like just 2 people last week. And I said, okay, so what's going on? And she goes, well, you know, like I just hated like reaching out to people, I'm procrastinating. And so I let her talk. And I asked, okay, so tell me, where's your business going to be 6 months from now, right? Classic coaching question. Like if you don't change it. And she said, well, I won't have any business. So I let her sit with that. And I told her, look, it's the same. Like throughout this lockdown, I gained a lot of weight, right? Like we've been shut basically for almost a year here. And I said, look, I know I have to stop eating chocolate. Otherwise, I will keep gaining weight. It's logical, right? I can have 6-pack and eat chocolate every day. It doesn't make sense. And the same with business. You can't have profitable business if you are not showing up. It's the engine. It's the engine of your business is to show up and talk to potential clients. And if you don't overcome that, you don't have business, you've got hobby. You know, like sooner or later you will get to the point, maybe it can be 2-3 years down the line when you are like, okay, I'm done with this, I'm gonna get a job now, right? That's just honest talk, guys. So last thing actually, Jay, I wanted to mention, I'm running a 5-day training in 2 weeks from now. It's on my Facebook and LinkedIn, guys, check it out. You are more than welcome to join me. It's called Sell Out. I will be actually talking on the topic of selling, how to actually master sales conversations, how to get people in your calendar for the discovery calls, like AK mentioned. So you are more than welcome to join me. There's going to be also some energy work and quantum physics involved. So absolutely, it's going to be fantastic. So you are more than welcome to join me. Yeah, I'm happy to send you later on more information. Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
helpful. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jaya.